Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for November the 16th, 2010. Now our first position is going to be in the softs market, specifically the March sugar contracts number 11. Now a couple of interesting things happening here. Some data last week. Sugar took a dramatic sell-off. Just a massive sell-off off this 32.50, 33 area all the way down. Now I'm starting to see some similarities of what's happened back in the beginning of October. Now specifically the triple EMA attempted to cross. That didn't happen. We got a bit of a base here sitting off this level. This is a makeshift line I'm drawing in here for everybody to see. Now I'm just going to draw a little bit better one to make sure everyone can see this okay. Now what we got was the market tried to push lower right here. Now it subsequently recovered and started moving higher. Now the triple EMA cross here has not gone off either. Now we seem to have a considerable amount of support. We have potentially a double bottom sitting just under the 26 level. So what I want to do here now is go back and look for similarities between what happened at the beginning of October and what subsequently now happened in this month. Now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to hit the short-term crossover and hit apply. Now I'm just going to move this out of the way so everybody can see what happened here. So using the short-term crossover right back here in the beginning of October, that the short-term crossover has come down, hit this line and bounced up. Now what we're going to do is again look at the medium-term crossover, looking at everything else that's happening. I have the predicted RSI and the predicted true strength indicator that I'm using. The predicted medium-term crossover again crossed to the downside, but shortly thereafter, just to confirm that, moved higher. Very similar to what's actually happening right now. Now looking at the long-term crossover here from Vantage Point, this is a little bit of a concern on the March contracts, that it kind of flattened out and pushed higher, but on the other contracts it actually did make the crossover. So but the main thing is, if we look at the position of the predicted RSI in this particular case, it came down into this level and then moved higher. Now right now we've hit the oversold territory in the sugar contracts, where we've hit the oversold level. We've got a little bit of a double bottom forming at the 2587 area. So for tomorrow we've identified that, and again this long-term crossover is making its way over, but it's basically running flat. Now the triple EMA cross again is not completed, so we're not getting a full-blown reversal signal here just yet. So let's have a look at what the predicted high and predicted low for tomorrow is in these contracts. We have 2617 and 2791 is the high. So for tomorrow we're going to be looking at the 2617 area to get into what could be considered a counter trend position, but in my opinion I don't think I would use that language. Sugar has been in a very substantial uptrend. Now this has been moving up for a considerable period of time. It was only natural that this thing is going to correct. It's had a much deeper correction than what we would have anticipated. Excuse me. However, that has taken place, and we are seeing some buyers. What I'm seeing here, the predicted RSI hitting the oversold level, this bit of a double bottom forming in this level, suggests that buyers are slowly making their way back into the market. So for tomorrow we're going to use the 2617 area. We've closed at 2703. Stops on this trade should be, for your less aggressive traders, your stops would be probably in the 25 area. For your position traders, stops would be below the 20, just slightly below the 22 area. Now that's our first position, and I should point out our target here, we would be looking for a target getting in the 2617 area. The first target here would be the 2819 level, which is the 3-day predicted moving average from Vantage Point, or a little less, but you know, targets and stops should always be based around percentage of account. So that's our first position. Now our second position for tonight, we're going to go into the foreign exchange market. Now our second trade is going to be the US Swiss franc currency pair. It looks like we may have some opportunity forming here also. We've got the 3-day crossing over both the 8-day and the 18-day predicted moving average. Our key levels we can see are 97.45, 97.60, and 98.07. Now US dollar index strengthening again today, breaking through some of the key levels. this is going to put upward pressure on the US Swiss franc currency pair. Now our predicted medium term difference is broke well above the zero line. However, our long term is not. So this trade is still somewhat counter trend, but again, we had this move higher. It's met with a bit of a sell-off, but again, we appear to have a good base. Now again, I'm going to draw a line here so everybody can see this. This line came in around the 94, 95 area. Now on this retracement lower, we can see that this time it's stopped at about the 95 level, and we've got a pretty good base sitting there. So again, this looks like a bit of a stepping stone going higher, and I like to see that. Our predicted MACD is crossed over the trigger and is getting ready to break above that zero line. Predicted true strength indicator from Vantage Point, a very powerful indicator. We can see that it's run flat during this entire period when it's broke lower. The predicted true strength indicator did not recommend going short US Swiss franc. Recommended longs, or staying long. So we can see now it's broke back up above the trigger. That's the blue line moving off of this black line on the predicted true strength indicator, and everything here suggests that US Swiss franc is getting ready to re-challenge this level right up here under parity. So we're probably going to be looking at a move towards at least the 99, 99.20 area, where we can see I've just drawn this line. We're going to have a little bit of a channel here. We'll see if we can break out of this channel. But what I want to point out most of all is this channel is now higher than what we were here. So it's already giving an upside bias. Key level for me tomorrow, 98.07. That's the area I would be looking to get in long. I'm going to go into the daily report from Vantage Point, have a look and see if that is going to confirm that. Now, the reason I'm using the 3-day predicted moving average is because this trend is quite fresh. So we have 98.01, 99.12. So the 98 area is the area we're looking to get in long tomorrow, and we'll be looking for a move above that 99 level. So again, everything looks good for this thing to break higher. We want to be a little bit patient. You know, we only have to wait for about 30 or 40 pips to pull back. We've closed at 98.47, so we would like to see that pull back towards the 98 level, at which time we're going to get into buy positions. So those are the market positions for November the 16th, 2010. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.